I'm laughing. I'm laughing on my condition. I'm laughing on myself. Sounds crazy, but the truth is I'm laughing. Usually I come and tell you what's happening with me, what's happening around. It feels really good to give up my anxiety on you. But every time I fail to do one thing. I fail to do tell you what's contracting me, what's stalking within me, why I'm being vacant from inside, and how that vacancy is dominating both of my minds. How am I being that one which I never wanted to be like? What it feels to be dominated by something which you also don't know what's that just keeps eating you from inside and outside, and you don't even know what the heck is that. It's like mud and prison combined. You cannot escape, and if you try, you drown more. You keep drowning more and more in your deepest thoughts. Everything seems dark, and sadness seems eternal. As you drown deeper and deeper in your thoughts, you unveil never ending and even more drastic conclusions. Even simpler tasks seem undoable, and happy moments seem unenjoyable. Every time I think of talking to someone about this, or I call someone to talk about this, at the time of confession and heart to heart, my thoughts push me into a never solving, never ending web. I listen every time. You can talk to me. It's very easy to say, you can talk to me, for everyone. But I don't feel like talking to them, even though I have a who matters list. Every time I try to open up in front of someone in the who matters list, that dominating bitch shows me a catastrophic result of confession, and my submissive mind accepts that rubbish. Not because I'm not strong, not because I don't want to let people know, not because I fear the truth, but because I'm in a negative state of mind. This negative state of mind is very weird, I think. It considers pain over happiness, it considers loneliness over love, and lastly, death over life. It takes a lot from you, and in return, just gives you one simple advice over everything. And sometimes it feels like the best advice amid everything. And whenever it feels like, it becomes the last advice. As you've seen, I was clearly talking about the negative state of mind, or clearly depression. My intention is to let you know the present condition and hype about depression. According to a government and WHO, every fifth person in India needs help. That clearly indicates how bad our country is dealing with mental issues. Especially talking about teenagers, they are more likely to be depressed because of the bodily changes and increasing desires. According to a report in 2017, 1 in every 4 teenager is somehow in depression, and suicide was the most common cause of death in the age group of 15 to 39 years. And talking about the whole population of India, depression is the most common cause of suicide and the second biggest cause for death. And even now it is very true. One more fact, our country is the 6th most depressed country in the world. Now, a few days ago, Shushant Singh Rajput, clearly a very big name, committed suicide because of excessive mental pressure, or simply I can say depression. It was the best time for the upliftment of the issue of depression in India, and a few people talked about depression being the cause of death to lakhs of people in India every year. But because of some people, it took a wrong path and motive. Everyone started blaming either Bollywood or him for his suicide, but the real cause was depression. Now no one is talking on this. Not only Shushant Singh Rajput has committed suicide, but every day around 370 people commit suicide, and major cause comes out to be some sort of depression. My question is, why are we just talking about Shushant and not of those others who commit suicide as well every day, every hour? Blaming Bollywood or arguing each other will not take back Shushant, but talking about depression and taking measures to reduce it in our country will definitely save many lives. Especially as a teenager, I will say it's a must to talk about depression and gender equality at a bigger stage. There are many ways to do that. Our government, our education system, and the most important, we teenagers. Yes, we teenagers, teachers, and everyone in this society can open up to these topics and give a small contribution to end this ASAP in our country. Our small steps can make a big impact on them who really need someone to be with. I know many who are listening to this may be in some sort of depression. To them, I want to say, I know for you it's very difficult to open up on these touching topics, but believe me, you will not be the next victim. Believe in yourself and never, never accept that last advice.